Okay, good morning, everybody. And I'm Deb Jenkins from chaosification.com, and I help smart people get the chaos out of their heads and turn it into projects that people love. And today I'm going to talk about the brain jar and creating a jar of energetic ideas. So this is the brain jar. We saw it yesterday. This is my brain jar anyway. It's a bit dusty. Quite a few brain jars I've met are empty. But we won't go there, flat earth as high. Anyway, so this is your brain jar, and your brain jar gets filled up with stuff. Here's the stuff that your brain jar gets filled up with as you learn things. So you go to university, you go to college, you learn stuff, you go to training courses, and your brain jar gets filled up with all of the stuff that you know. It also gets filled up with all of the stuff that you experience and learn. And so as you get better at your job, at whatever the skills are that you do in your life, it fills your brain jar with these experiences, these knowledge and these skills, right? So your brain jar starts getting filled. Now, your brain jar gets filled by accident, but it also gets filled on purpose. So when you watch 17 podcasts back to back, or you read all the books on leadership or marketing, and you go on all of the free webinars that are available right now, and you go on every single free webinar, your brain jar gets completely full of ideas. Well, you know, and lots of people think, well, that's not a bad thing, Deb. You know, brain jar full of ideas. That's a really cool thing, isn't it? Okay, but I'd like you to just think for a moment now. So is a brain full of ideas as useful as a brain that actually creates stuff? So when your brain jar is full like this, nothing's moving around. It's all a bit turgid. We tend to fill our brain jars up for one of three reasons. There's probably lots more, but these are the three reasons that I've noted most. One is interest. I mean, like, you know, I am the same. This is chaos, by the way. I am the same. Interest. I love this stuff. I love about horses, training methods. I love learning about marketing, NLP. Oh, I could fill my brain jar up and just sit all day, consume, because I have so many different interests. Get it? I understand. That's one reason why we tend to fill our brain jars up. The other reason is, and another reason is, a little bit of fear of missing out. So like if you don't go on that free webinar, maybe your client will go on or your competitor will go on that free webinar and they'll learn something that you haven't learned. So there's a fear of missing out. And I think perhaps the biggest reason most people fill up their brain jar and continue filling up the brain jar is I think there's a little bit of imposter syndrome in there, that if you don't know enough, someone will find you out. It's really kind of scary, isn't it? Okay, so anyway, whatever the reason that you're filling up your brain jar is, I would just like you to have a think about how full your brain jar is right now. But I've got some ideas for you, because one of the best things about brain jars is that that's where the synthesis happens. This is where you mix those ideas up, those different interests, those different learnings and experiences you've had. This way you mix them up and you create something new. The problem is, if you mix it up and create something new and it's still in the brain jar, you're not doing anybody a service. I believe it's your responsibility to create stuff. I believe it's your responsibility as a smart person to mix these ideas up and create new products, create new things that your audience can consume, use, and learn from. And then they will have that same aha moment that you had. So keeping the ideas stuck in your overflowing full brain jar is not a good idea, and it's not a responsible thing to do. You need to get stuff out of the brain jar. You need to create things. You need to mix up the ideas. Your responsibility is to create stuff. Now, one of the benefits of creating stuff, taking stuff out of the idea jar, is that it actually creates a bit more space. And when you've got more space, the molecules, the ideas are more energetic. They've got more space to move around. They've got more space to make connections with other ideas. And those energetic ideas are the ones that are going to get out of, that are going to actually break through the brain world barrier. So you need energetic ideas to break through the brain world barrier. The more you put in, the less energetic the ideas become, and the more overwhelm and chaos you feel. So you need to find this balance of what's just right for you. So not, you know, a Goldilocks thing, not too much, not too little, but just right for you. Constantly input, bad. Never output, bad. The way you keep your brain jar healthy and full and energetic is reduce input to a manageable level and create stuff. Because guys, it's your responsibility to create things that other people can use and enjoy. That's it for today. Speak to you tomorrow, guys. Chat.